¿Me amas?
Sí.
Yo no. Para que pueda amarte tienes que ser mi mejor. En este desierto viven los 4 maestros del revólver. Te tienes que encontrarlos y matarlos.
Un desierto circular. Para encontrar a los 4 maestros tendremos que viajar en espiral.
They met right before the end of the world. December 2012, the finish line on the Maya calendar. Maya being a Latin America civilization that existed from antiquity to the early modern period. Latin America being where they met. Rio de Janeiro, on the beach. Where else? She didn't speak much. He liked that. They kissed. He followed her home. They didn't have much to do with each other, but they didn't have much to do with the world neither. And that was one thing they had to do with one another. They also didn't work at all, but she studied. He would wait for her outside school and take her out to places they didn't need to pay to enter, like empty houses where they could project a future that would never come. That's when their aimless relationship suddenly found an unlikely goal, and it started with innocent words about, of all things, music.
Será que aqui era uma loja de disco?
Acho que não.
Tá parecendo. Podia encontrar alguma coisa, sei lá, um disco raro.
Raro pode até ser, mas bom tem que ser do Bob Dylan.
Que é esse?
Você não conhece Bob Dylan?
Não.
Como assim? Bob Dylan é o suprassumo do cowboy solitário com um motoqueiro selvagem. É o máximo de poesia que o ser humano pode alcançar. Junto com a mágica da música. Melhor, junto com a mágica do rock and roll.
Duvido que esse cara seja isso tudo mesmo. Eu escutava Clara Nunes com a minha avó.
Clara Nunes?
Era lindo. A harmonia, as letras, as cores. Tinha uma energia linda. Hoje em dia eu não vejo nem nada parecido com isso. Pena que hoje em dia eu não posso ver algum show dela, alguma coisa assim.
Vai me dizer que ela morreu. Cara, você falou uma parada interessante agora. Michael Jackson morreu. Elvis morreu. Tom Jobim morreu. Jesus morreu. Os papas morrem. E sei lá, o Bob tem o quê? 80 anos. Todo mundo vai morrer. Tive uma ideia. Você não pode me provar que essa Tunis aí é essa coisa toda. Mas eu posso te provar que Bob Dylan é Deus.
The plan was set in motion. a car voyage across the Americas. The destination? A Bob Dylan concert before it all blows over, according to the Mayas. Pretty stupid if you ask me, but they were young. What can I say? They committed grand theft auto. No one is gonna live to see Christmas anyhow, they thought. Jesus Christ. Cutting away from their nothing lives was everything. Suddenly there was no school, no family, no friends, no nosy neighbors, no preconceived idea of who they were supposed to be. Now they could finally just be. All things, no things, weird things, basic things. Who cared? Not them. They kept sneaking into empty homes on the way, staying 24 hours max and heading to the next. Those first weeks of December were terrifying and magical. The days grew longer but somehow shorter. Food tasted better but also worse. The equinox paradox, they called it.
And his life is such a big and fast line. You can be so depressed, man. Don't do it all alone.
But one thing remained pure. They were lucky to be in love as the end approached. They weren't one of those poor souls who would spend their last days alone. Or even worse, pretending not to be alone. When it all comes crashing down, their love would stand tall. That was until...
Aí, o primeiro show do Bob Dylan no Brasil foi em 1990. Eu sabia disso, mas eu ainda não tinha certeza. Bom, eu nasci em fevereiro de 91. É isso, eu posso ser filho, eu sou filho do Bob Dylan. É isso. Por isso aquela velha não me falou. Eu sou filho dele, então as datas batem. Eu sempre achei isso, na verdade, mas eu não tinha parado para pensar, na verdade, nas datas. Agora tudo faz sentido na minha cabeça, porque...
Mas assim, eu acho que foi muito achado.
O que você disse?
From here on out, they only went backwards. He couldn't hide it. Dude was pissed. Why does the world needs to end just as I became an adult? He wanted to make his life meaningful as fast as possible. He grew angry at God, the universe, and whoever got in his way, even the girl. While in her eyes, the loving man gave way to a hateful boy. One that would conjure up the wrong kind of silence, that would grab that wrong kind of snack, walk the wrong kind of walk, talk the wrong kind of talk, love the wrong kind of love. It was hell, since the devil was on the wheels. Suddenly cutting away from their lives was death. There was no school, no family, no friends, no caring neighbors, no social parameters to lean on to build their notion of self from. Now they just were. All things, no things, weird things, basic things. Who cared? Not them. That was just days from the end of the world. When I came into the story, a baby. They say when you're this young, you're not even you. So there I was, a nothing, going straight to nada, passing through never being acknowledged. In other words, it doesn't even matter. I just wanted you to know I was there. Since different from the boy, I'm still here. He couldn't run from himself, was all she said. They found him at the Brazilian border. Dad didn't even left his country. But the girl did. From Paraguay, to Bolivia, Peru, and airplane to Mexico. According to the authorities, last seen alive in Durango. The world didn't end like the Mayas promised. Turned out they never promised anything. They just got murdered. By murderers who didn't bother to ask. And the dead don't explain themselves. They leave us to figure out all on our own. Maybe that's what the Maya calendar was. Not a deadline, but a reminder. I guess one day they thought, what's the use of anything if it all just ends? I imagine they realized the importance of not succumbing to this question, so they carved it on a stone, as if to say, December 21st, 2012, is not the end. It's a date like any other date, an end like all the other ones that came before, the start of something new, the dawn of tomorrow. And we're not gonna live that long anyhow. That's their problem. Their, meaning my parents' unlucky generation. Dad could only think of the end. He would never breathe, only grasp for air, ironically blowing in the wind, fighting its direction. While by his side, Mom was spreading her wings and flying. Speaking of flying, Mom raised me in Lithuania, so there's a tomorrow all right. After all, that's how I got to you. How's that for a story, Mr. Dillon? I look forward to meeting the only family I have left. Sincerely, your maybe granddaughter, Maya.
I'm afraid I can't repeat if I was so clear. It's all those things you said, maybe be right here. I know everything you need, so I just take along. And my sick mind is full of plans that you are not on. And my sick mind says to me,